I don't think they'll destroy all the houses, but we see in the plan that their building is impossible, because if they build on the old houses, they'll have to build walls around each house. And there was a very important survey of the Antiquity Authority, and they show how Lifta will look like. All walls. These are very old and very special houses, and they should be preserved.
Let's get the latest on this from Sami Ershied. He's the lawyer representing the Lifta community and joined us from occupied East Jerusalem. Good to have you on the program with us. Former residents of Lifta know that in all likelihood they are probably not going to be going back to their homes. Can you explain to us what this legal challenge is hoping to achieve?
Yeah, since the Nakba in 1948, the original residents of Lifta, they were denied their right to return to their village, and also they were denied their property right even by the Israeli legislation. Although many of the Palestinian refugees became to be Israeli residents again after 1967 because they continue to live in Jerusalem, they continue to live in East Jerusalem that Israel occupied and annexed in East Jerusalem, but still the Israeli law regards them as absentees, and they declared Lifta and the houses of Lifta as property of the state. Given this fact, and given the very important fact that Lifta is a very unique site because it's the only village that survived since 1948. It wasn't completely demolished by the Israeli authorities, and it wasn't completely settled by Israeli residents after 1948. And we have more than 64 houses which are abandoned and empty, and the core of the village still there. And this is what we are seeking to preserve. We succeeded in 2012 to prevent the sale of the remainings of Lifta to other parties, to third parties, and the establishment of new commercial centers there. We are hoping now to prevent the second attempt to the Israeli Land Authority to sell the remainings of the village and the establishment of new touristic and commercial site and more than 50 Israeli villas on this site.
Authorities have promised to preserve the historic buildings. Do you believe them?
It's not a question if I believe the authorities whether they will preserve the historic buildings or not. The authorities are doing all what is needed in order to erase this site from existence as a testimony for a long history, a long Palestinian history, and a Palestinian village that was there. So it's not the question of preserving the houses and the walls of the houses and give them to a third party, because this is not the issue here. Even if they preserve the houses, they will erase the village, they will erase the site, because then they will preserve only the buildings as part of a new commercial and touristic area, and add to this new more than 250 new villas with new residents will move and live there, and then you will get to have a new area and a new neighborhood. Lifta will not remain anymore.
All right, and we'll leave it there. Sami Ershied joining us from occupied East Jerusalem. Thank you for your time.